Whoa, 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 whoa. You're black?
What's good, people? Agent Juice reporting for duty. Alrighty, so in continuing with our little escapades in discovering and talking about indie cartoon creators, we now move on to the infamous Max G, aka the Hotdiggedydemon. Now, like the many indie animators that I have lauded in this series, he has a unique style, he's clearly a very good animator, but he does something very specific that I'm actually kind of impressed by as far as gaming the system, so to speak. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and buckle into our favorite time loop. Let us go ahead and hang out with the crazy ponies. Let us snuggle up to our favorite ghost roommates and our sentient insult-generating computer. And let us go ahead and smash that like button, of course. And let's go ahead and talk Max G. So, let's go ahead and talk the Speedpaint first, as we usually do. This particular picture is in reference to Max G's reverence for Powerpuff Girls, particularly the original series. And so I decided to draw the Brain Dump gang as the Powerpuff Girls. For those of you unfamiliar, Brain Dump is Max G's current series that he does, where he does like cartoon reviews / like a sitcom style cartoony thing where he essentially dumps his brain. He shares his thoughts and whatnot. So the main characters, of course, are Max G himself. You got GOOFBALL, the goofy ghost, and then you have BurnBot, which is his insult-generating computer. And so yeah, here they are, dressed as Powerpuff Girls. And yes, it's kind of weird putting Max G in a dress, but this is not the first time he has been drawn in a dress, so I don't feel that guilty.
Look, a man wearing a dress! Aha!
The history of Max G. The first time I was really exposed to him was, I believe, on Newgrounds, where he did this series of shorts called Jerry, about a character named Jerry, and his miserable life of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's very bleak, there's no dialogue, it's all animation, and I was really impressed by how smooth and fluid his animation was. And the thing that always strikes me about Max G's work is that he has like I said, he has a very unique style, but specifically, his style is what I call archetypically cartoony, in that he has a very good understanding of classic cartoon squash and stretch and zany looking characters with exaggerated features. He does that really, really well. In comparison to like Vivian Medrano and Harry Partridge, like Vivian Medrano has like a very distinct style. She draws her way or the highway. Harry Partridge is by far the best, in my opinion, the best animator of the three, because he just, I think he just kind of does it the best. But Max G has this great understanding of cartoony fluidity that even exceeds Harry Partridge in a way. Harry Partridge, I think, is better, like, and I know this is weird, it's realistically, even though Harry Partridge's work is far from realistic and very cartoony. But like, if Max G lived back in like the 30s, I could easily see him as being like one of the greats, like, you know, Walt Disney or Tex Avery, and like, you know, defining what we think of as cartoons through his style. So, you know, as I started paying attention to Max G and his work, eventually his bigger claim to fame was when he started making those pony.mov videos, MOV, where you know, he was lampooning on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and it was very, you know, like edgy humor and like crazy animations and you know, super bloody and gory, you know, like the classic like super edgy animation. But unlike what you would expect from like cheapo 2000s era Flash cartoons, his animation was very fluid and of course cartoony. And so, you know, he was doing this during the height of My Little Pony's big popularity, so, you know, understandably that got him a lot of attention, and he was a fairly, I should say, well-known indie animator prior to that, but I think that's what really kind of set him on the map. So he continues to do these crazy parodies, you know, like I'll link his channel in the description box down below and you can see all the stuff that he does. But His main thing that he came up with, and the thing that I'm impressed by, is Brain Dump, his new series where he reviews cartoons and he just talks about movies and general stuff. And the reason why I think it's brilliant is because animation doesn't do well on YouTube. And the main reason why is because YouTube rewards consistency. And animation is anything but consistent, unfortunately, because it takes forever to make. You know, and if I'm not mistaken, Max G is a one-man band. I don't know if he has any help, he might. But, you know, he essentially has to do all this stuff by himself. And, you know, that takes forever. So these Brain Dump episodes are just not, you can't come out weekly. I can make weekly content because, you know, all I got to do is talk in front of a camera and draw a picture, you know. So it's a little easier for me to update regularly versus like if I were doing animation all the time, you wouldn't hear from me for months, if not years. So that being said, though, another thing that YouTube really likes is not the algorithm in and of itself, but what people tend to gravitate toward is, of course, pre-existing material. Like, you know, you can do a review or a reaction of something popular. So Max G saw that, I believe he saw that, and said, hey, what if I do a review, but I animated my review? It's kind of like how there's like a stereotype of the YouTube animator reviewer who has the avatar, and it's like, you know, everybody gangsta till the reviewer avatar crosses their arms, and it's a whole thing. So Max G's essentially doing that, but he's fully animating everything because he has the chops to do it. And I think that's really brilliant because he's using the specific YouTube system to boost his viewership beyond what he would be able to do if he just cranked out normal animation. And I think that is a brilliant business strategy, and I don't doubt that he has thought of this, which is the reason why he does it the way he does. Brain Dump itself is I find impressive because it blends 2D and 3D, which is really nifty. His main model for himself, I believe, is a 3D model. There's a lot of 3D models. Goofball obviously is 2D animated, but like his mouth, Cartoon Max's mouth is fully animated, 2D animated. Burnbot's face, I believe, is fully 2D animated. And so it's this really clever blend, so that's really nice and fun to look at in that way. But in addition, of course, to that blending, he's doing another really cool thing in that as the episodes of Brain Dump go on, not only is he reviewing stuff, but he's starting to sneak in actual episodic things that happen. For example, there's this whole arc where he insults Burnbot by essentially saying she's nothing more than a machine. So Burnbot leaves, so there's like a few episodes of reviews he does where Burnbot isn't there, and then of course there's this big I'm sorry video that he put out.
I'm sorry that I'm a lazy glutton who smokes weed and orders Grubhub all the time. I'm sorry that I'm white and I have a penis. I'm sorry for all the internet piracy. I'm sorry I was emotionally distant from every girl I've ever dated. I'm sorry. That's everything.
And so we are seeing that Max is sneaking in original content. Yeah, it's a smart model. It's one that I want to emulate myself. And I think it's a really good idea that he's using the power of pre-existing material via reviews to gain more followers and earn them, honestly. I mean, you can't just buy these people. I mean, you can, but we'll get into that's a discussion for another day. But anyway, so he does that, and then he's able to eventually, once he coaxes a good enough audience, then he'll introduce some of his own stories into Brain Dump. And I think that is a very smart move on his part. So to wrap, I really appreciate Max G's work. I think he's funny. He's definitely one of the most edgy, mainstream-ish indie cartoonists, at least that I follow. He's got a great style. I think he's doing a great job with Brain Dump. And once again, because he's an internet personality, he's more likely to see this video. So Max G, if you are watching this video, keep doing what you're doing. I love your Brain Dump stuff. I love how you push the envelope. I know it's gotten you in some hot water in the past, but you know what? People are going to be angry. They'll always find something to be angry at. And, you know, we need your kind of style of humor. I truly believe that, and I hope you continue to make stuff, and I hope you have other projects that you're working on that we can one day see come to fruition. So keep rocking on, you hot diggity demon, you. All right, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up there for today. All right, people, so you know what to do here. If you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and tickle the sacred buttons. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you get on the up and up and all that dealios. Also, please comment below. Let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on Max G? Have you ever even heard of him before this video? What do you admire his work? Do you hate him? Do you hate me? Do you like me? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, go ahead and share this video far and wide, as I always say, because it's good for you, it's good for me, it's good for the channel, it's good for your hairline. Maybe. I mean, there's only one way to find out. What do you got to lose, right? In addition, you can stalk me elsewhere here on the Interbuts. I'll leave up my links here on the screen. But as per usual, what I'm going to do is I'm going to specifically advertise Minds.com, because I also post there, and I believe it's good to add more market competition to the social medias that are, you know, pervading our very lives. So definitely go ahead and check me out there and check out Minds. And yeah, so with all that said, I thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you all stick around. And of course, until next time, hot diggity deuces.